What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the drone show. I'm gonna finish polishing that Deba, whatever they call them. I'm terrible at names. I'm sure you're just gonna get used to that by now. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up today with the King stones. Show you here real quick. I'm gonna do the King 4000 grit. This is the S45 4000. I actually really love this thing. It's small. And actually, the first time that I purchased it, I actually purchased two. That's just the nature of how I am. I'm a hoarder when it comes to stones. I didn't realize it was this small because I didn't realize King had like 56 million different sizes. But this actually turned out to be a really good stone, a really great polisher, and I actually like the size for a lot of different things. But then I'm going to finish it after that on the King 6000. This is actually the KW65 combo. So there was a 1000 grit attached to the back of this, but not anymore. It actually was one that I wore down, gosh, pretty thin on the 1000 side because I used the crap out of it. And as I wore it down, I got to thinking, you know, this thing's going to wear down way quicker than the 6000 ever will. So surely I can separate them. I did. I broke the 1000, which again, it was about like maybe that much left anyway. So yeah, I separated it, and that's what I'm left with was the polishing half of the KW65. The KW65 is essentially the slightly smaller variant of the KDS. KDS being the King Deluxe combo stone. So yeah, anyway. So today we're announcing the winner of the ALTSTONE giveaway this week, and that is Matt Nelson. Congratulations, buddy. I'm going to shoot you a message on Reddit too, as well as I've got your address. That's for those that don't know, Matt is the one. He graciously sent me the FSK to try. So that's going to be awesome. Send him a Fukami there. And everybody say congratulations to Matt. But that also means, sorry, wiping that down. That also means that we're going to now start the new giveaway. So 2 weeks from today, today is the, what, 19th? 2 weeks from today, we're going to do another ALTSTONE because I have several of them to give away. So all you have to do is be a subscriber of the channel, leave a comment down below, and visit Altways LLC on Amazon. And just, you don't have to buy anything, just go check them out. They may have something that you like. They've got really inexpensive whetstones on their store. So they're like different brands too, not just ALTSTONE. Cheaper than other places. So yeah, be sure to give them a like, or give them a look, look, whatever you want to do. So yeah, let's get back to this Deba. Maybe I can say it in between Deba and Deba, and just make it kind of country and make it our own thing, right? And that's what we'll call these from now on. I'll show you here in the GoPro. We have these scratches left from the 1000 FSK. Kind of has like a wavy kind of, well, kind of like a surface scratch now at this point, right? It looks like maybe what would happen if you ran some rough steel wool over it. So we went from a very coarse kind of look to now a more refined look, and this 4000 is going to get us there even further. So as we all know, with a single bevel, we just work on this here, this side, and again, this is the Shinogi line. It's more, it's still a Shinogi line because it's different, right? It's mono steel, but on a classic cladded, like the Tsubazo that I have, it looks different because you got cladding there, and then kind of almost like a hamon, and then you have the core steel. So I'll show you here is my Tsubazo Yanagaba, and this is actual iron cladding over Shirogami 2 or white paper steel. So this right here is the cladding, and then here's your core. You can see on the back here, the cladding actually wraps around just to this spot. It stops. You can see where it kind of cuts off like right about here. And this is your urushi. And it looks a lot different, a lot cleaner, a lot more refined. And that's because this is a real deal. This is an excellent, excellent knife, by the way. They don't make them in this line anymore. It came in that same, where I got the ITK Sentoku and the Gyoto. But man, it's a wonderful, wonderful knife. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Introduce you guys to the King 4000. Maybe some of you have not seen this. Again, this is a S45 is the model number of this smaller one. I got it for $17 like, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. It's a great little guy. I didn't have a 4000 at the time when I bought it, and I love King, so here we go. This is flattened, of course, so we're going to go ahead and just give her a little shine. So remember how that looked. It's nice and quiet. Look at it, though. You can see it come off. These, I mean, you can't really hear anything. That thing is just quiet. These King stones that are all these, like, kind of these tannish, I don't know, like, I guess tan maybe, clay looking stones. These things will polish a knife like you wouldn't believe. Alpha Rebo, I talk to him all the time on Reddit too. He went and bought himself a 6000 that came up for sale the other day on Amazon, and it was 19 bucks. And he was like, "Oh my gosh." He could not believe how that thing did. These load like, I don't want to say load like crazy. They load, that's for sure. So already we've got quite a bit of polish going on there. I'll hit it again and I'll show you guys. But it doesn't stop them from working. But they do retain a whole lot of metal. It's just the nature of the beast, I think, for the type of stone that it is. But I've never once had it cause me any like slowdown. I'm sure if I did this for an hour or so, but man, you can't hear anything. I mean, you can hear me moving on the stone, but listen to that. It's almost like I'm running this over a ceramic brick of glass or something. Or a ceramic glass brick. Work that tip a little bit. Just work that tip. Okay. I'll show you how easy it is just to get that off. You take your Sabatoru. And within seconds, you're whole again. I didn't really need to do that, but I did it just to show you guys. So here, let's take a look here before we continue. You wipe it off too. So we still have some of that streaky, steely, woolly kind of thing, but you can see where it's really polishing out that metal. You can see the mirror. There we go. That's a good shot. Yeah, these King stones, man, I tell you, they're worth every penny, especially for something like this. Looks like the back needs it a little bit. The thing is it's funny because when I started out sharpening, it's funny because my goal was to make a mirror polished edge. I always saw all these, videos and forum posts of these guys, they were making these knives and their edges were like reflecting newspaper. I mean, you've all seen them. And I was like, man, I want to do that. I did not know what was involved, because when I started doing this, I didn't know how to sharpen like anything. And so years ago, whenever I would see those things, I would just be like, man, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. So my thought, because every time I saw these guys polishing and doing different stuff to make those mirror edges, the only thing I knew was they were using higher grit stones. I didn't know if it was a special type, you know, what have you, there's a steel difference, did not know. I just knew that you needed to have a higher grit stone than a 500 or whatever. What I didn't know was that something like these king stones, these higher grit king stones like this anyway, would do that even on a somewhat lower grit level. Unfortunate for me, my first real Japanese stone was a King KW65, which had that 6K on there on that side. And the first time I did that, I'm like, I did it. I was so proud of myself. I was showing everybody. Like, I was so proud. Little did I know, I happened to choose the right kind of stone. But the first kind of stone that I bought that I thought was going to give me that mirror edge was like a sharp pebble type with the 6,000 grit on the white side. He did blue and white. Actually, it was this guy right here. This is not a sharp pebble, but it's the same thing. That thing is garbage. Now, it's not garbage if you use it for what it is. What it is a cheap stone that can really grind away some metal. But if you expect it to polish your knives up like this, no, it's not going to work. But that was the trap I fell into. But my second stone choice was a pretty good one. So actually, this one is the one that's in half now, is the first one I bought. So that was, gosh, I think that was 2016. Maybe, I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a minute. All right, so I'm going to hit this, because if we look at this now, I'm just going to do a few more spots, and then I'm going to hit it with the 6,000. So, yeah, man. There's a few spots kind of up high, and some spots in the low back area. So I'm going to hit those real quick. A lot of that has to do with the unevenness of this knife. If that was that Tojiro, that thing, it does a good job all around. I want to get one of those expensive Yanagabas and get the one with the actual, like, real Homon looking stuff. There we go, we're getting more. Let's really smooth that out too, because I could feel the scratches before. Yeah, so King S45. Don't you forget it. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture also of what this whole area looked like from, like, maybe an online picture or something before I started. I should have took a before. I should have took a before. Because yeah, it's a crazy difference. Right now I'm putting different pressure on this back little spot back here, because this is not sitting flat. It's actually sitting flat on this spot, but it's not hitting this back part. So I'm just going to rock that back just a little bit. It's gliding pretty good though. Yeah, looking good. I'm telling you, I just love the King stuff. Alpha actually showed me something today. So if you guys know, well, I think you know. If not, I'll tell you. That King 400L gigantic stone that I used on that Hatsu Kokoro bunka. So they apparently make a 700 grit version. I did not know that. It's a 700L. I do believe I'm gonna have to get one. It's the same size as that 400. Okay. I'm gonna hit this tip like I did this back area. I'm gonna hit this back area one more quick time, and then we're moving on up. Me and Wheezy. Ugh. I'm putting a lot of pressure on this one right now. I shouldn't be, but I am, just to kind of hurry it along. All right, back here. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hit the bevel. A little ushi. Okay. A little more. All right. Little rust eraser action. Hey, y'all got any plans for the weekend? I am actually going to rebuild my forge area and fire up the forge and do some stuff this weekend with that. It's been a minute. I need to get back out there and do stuff. It's one of my favorite things to do is forge knives. Okay, this is a little bit bigger than the S45, of course. This is the actual base that the KW65 comes with. I did flatten these before we started. One of these things you'll notice if you use these, like I think the KDS does it too, I don't know for sure, but the KW65 and the S45 4000 grit, this stone has like little flecks and speckles in it. I don't know if you can see that very well in the GoPro with the bazillion lights, but it's kind of like almost looks like sand. I've noticed when using a rust eraser to remove the buildup that this, after a while, not at first, but after a while, this gets raised, kind of bumpy. And then whenever you run your knife over it, you can feel it. It feels like you're running over bumps in a road. Whenever you use your flattener, of course, it takes care of it and everything's fine, but it's just kind of weird. I've never had that happen with any other stone, even the ones that look like this. But anyway, that's just something to think about if you use these. So I flatten these pretty often. They don't really need it due to using it and wearing it out, but it's more of a using a rust eraser that's kind of a rough grit. So all right, 6000 grit. Even quieter, even smoother. I love the feel of these too. I'm putting significant pressure down. I was actually doing some videos earlier for ALTSTONE. Got my thing all set up here, and I was like, crap, it's Wednesday, I need to make a video and announce a winner. Wanted to finish this one for you guys. Man. I do notice a drag difference whenever it does load up like this. It doesn't seem to cut weirdly or anything, but I just felt, well, because of the bevel, right? The bevel is large on this. So I just felt that it drags differently, right? So it was kind of glidey before, and now it's just kind of giving me a slight bit of resistance, but who knows, maybe it'll help. Oh, baby. That looks good. Good, 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 good. Let's go over that again. I'm going to put some focus kind of more towards this back area a little bit. So putting your set of fingers down here, if you move them up just a little bit, that'll put the pressure in those spots. I'll try and get some still photos too when it's done, so you can see the actual mirror. It's super hard photographing a mirror finish, I guess I should say. Always kind of like washes out the image. Some videos coming up too, guys, just so you know. I'm gonna do some straight razor repairs, so I'm gonna kind of shine some up and take off some like surface rust, you know. So those that want to see that for sure, leave a comment about that too. And like maybe I'll make a little series about it, because I've got several to do. I'm doing it for doing one for Elmdahl Designs on Etsy. Be sure and check those guys out. Again, they've got all kinds of good stuff, some vintage chef knives and whatnot. I got one of those Spyderco fine stones from them at a really good price. Just super good people. Oh yeah. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this out. I want to see something. Now that I've said it, I want to see if there's a difference in doing this. So wipe that off. So I'll show you guys. Okay. Yeah, oh gosh. Look at that beauty. There's still some imperfections, right? This is one of those things too where you're not going to get this completely scratch free in 20 minutes, you know. You're going to have to spend some time on it. But it's getting to a point where I believe that we can do a cut test and then just understand that I'm going to be doing more of this the same thing. And that if you want more of a result like what I got going on in the back here, you just have to spend some time on it. So yeah, that does seem to make a difference. I'm going to try up top here in a cleaner spot too, just to see. There's a cleaner spot. One of the things I learned about these clay matrix stones that King has here is you can pretty much perma-soak most of them. Like this one, I'm pretty sure you can perma-soak. The 1000, 800, 1000, and 1200 Deluxe, you can definitely perma-soak those. So that you don't have to worry about like getting them out and soaking them for 10 minutes or whatever until you're ready. And I'm pretty sure these you can too. The higher grit ones. I'm not going to do it just because I don't have a need. These are splash and go anyway, but some people like to perma soak them. They say it softens them up a little bit and gives them more character. Maybe I'll try that with this one at some point just to see like if there's any difference. Because you know me, I love to try stuff. All right. I think that'll be good enough elbow grease for the moment. I do want to hit this back side real fast. It's really cloudy right there. And if I put a little back lean and pressure on it, it's funny, when I'm putting this kind of pressure on this spot, you can really feel like there's a heat buildup, you know? Not enough, I think, that you got to worry about, but it's just interesting. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do a real quick bevel and then the uruoshi, or however you say it, I don't know. I'm probably butchering all those names. You guys are probably laughing at me. Names is hard, man. Gandoka. It's a super slight little burr, not much. I'm sure you can probably hear that water running. My wife decided it was time to take a bath, apparently. I guess as long as she doesn't stink. If she knew half the stuff I said, she'd probably kick my ass. Oh man. All right. Dry that off a little more. So, here we go. And again, keep in mind, this is going to need more work. I'm not done, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to take from where it was to an almost complete mirror. I mean, that thing is very, very close to done. What I do actually is I'm going to work on the 6000 some more. I'm going to take my 8000 Fukami. I'm going to work it there some. I'm going to take my 10,000 Ren, and then I'm going to take my 12,000 Shapton Pro. I may not have to go to the Shapton Pro. I may be fine without that, but we'll see. Let's give her the old cut. Oh, wait a minute. Let me knock off a little bit of the burr there with this here strip. Woo! I love this strop. Go to the smooth side real fast. That was the suede side. A little uruoshi. All right, wipe this edge off. All right. Sorry guys, it's been a long day too, so I apologize if I don't seem like myself here. Are we ready? Oh, I don't know if you could hear that, but I sure couldn't. Oops. Yeah, baby, let me tell you. Here, bring it up close. Oop. Ooh, like butter. I can do that all day. Just like I'll carve my name in some paper. Yeah. All right, that's enough of that. So yeah, there you go. That's a decent little, I don't know how well it shows up. Oh, almost jacked up for real. It shows up pretty good there too. You guys can see yourself. Look at you. Look at you looking at me. But yeah, I mean, that looks really good, especially compared to what it was. Again, not done, clearly. Oh, she finally turned the water on. The top parts here, across here, still need some work. There's some work towards the end, and even in the centerpieces that just needs some more refinement. And that's what this is. We're refining the scratch pattern. getting rid of the visible scratches. But I mean, this thing could be used right now, no problem. You saw, I mean, that, Jesus, that's super, super, super sharp. I was looking for a paper towel roll. I had one I was going to test with, but not a paper towel, but a roll. I was going to do the whole chop thing. I'll do that at a different time. So there you have it. The Kings don't lie, or they do. I don't know, whatever. So the King 4000 S45 and the 6000, that's from the KW65. You can get the Ice Bear, which is this guy right here. That's the 6000. They also have an 8000. They've got them on Woodcraft. They go on sale continually. Right now, if you use code PENCIL, which is that's a code they've had for a long time, that's free shipping. But they've got all kinds of stones on there, not just the Kings. But I got that one from Woodcraft for like 29 bucks, maybe less than that. Maybe it was 19. Maybe that one was 19 and the 8000 was 29. Don't remember. But anyway, they got sales all the time. So if you want one, don't have one, check them out. They're on Amazon all over the place too. Not the Ice Bears, but the 6000s and stuff. They're the Gold series and the Super Finishing series, S series. It's like S1, 2, and 3 and things like that. So check them out if you want to. And again, thanks to Matt Nelson. Appreciate you, guy, for the FSK. Congratulations on the win. We started now with the new set of giveaways. Another ALTSTONE FUKAMI, thanks to Altways LLC. Be sure to check them out on Amazon. Leave a comment, subscribe, check them out, and you're entered into the contest. It's not a contest, it's a giveaway. 2 weeks from today, we're going to give away another one. I appreciate you guys so very much giving me your time. Peace, love. We'll see you on the weekend. Oh, one more thing, guys. So DMD reached out to me today, and they're sending me these resin bonded stones. I don't know if you've seen, you saw the DMD plates that I talked about before. They also do stuff for fixed angle systems, the guided systems, and they made those for WorkSharp, as I'd mentioned to you in that video. They're sending me out an entire set of their resin bonded stones, similar in size to this. I use these for pocket knives because they're perfect, for holding in your hand and I don't know about anybody else, but using pocket knives on larger stones, it just isn't my preference. I can do it. I just prefer that because more like edge control. I don't have to worry about certain things, and I'm just weird, right? So be looking for that video to come soon. They're supposedly sending them out today. So those interested in pocket knives, that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to do it on a chef knife just to show that you can do it on smaller stones. So tune in for that too as well. I love you guys. Peace.